which means, but here in that times I want to talk about.
About Orlean.
Can you tell us the relationship you have between Madam Boss and Sam? And I don't want to talk about it. And not our anything. But in that time I don't talk about Olinda after 6 minutes. But when I tell you, I know that I know it. That's what I don't want to talk about it. No, that's really rude. You know what? All so I'm not comfortable talking about me and Madam Boss at this stage. Full stop. But yeah, but this one I don't want to talk about Madam. I'm not sure other times I don't want to talk about Madam Boss. And but I know and she drive that. I don't know what. And this is the
Dian.
All right, good morning. Today is a Sunday. That's why we may not be able to have so many people here, but we shall still continue, all right, to serve a few that have managed to come in. So happy Mother's Day to you all. I know many people would be here are preoccupied by other things that I are doing at the moment, all right? But actually, I don't train on Sunday. But today I thought to come up, okay? To come up and discuss more about this, all right? Okay. Now, the main point that I'm trying to express is the ability to to move away from floating loss, or the ability to keep trading even when the market is moving down, all right? Even when the market is down, like you'd see when you open up margin calls, the robot has the power to keep buying, right? When the market goes down by a certain percentage. If I could check my AVAX here, it has so far bought one time. So if the market goes down by another certain percentage, my robot will buy a second time, depending on the margin call configurations that I've provided. And so it will be very, very important for the average price to move closer to the current price, And you see, when you set the margin call, the robot provides you the second price when the robot will buy again. Okay. And this price, when it will buy again, it will help to move the average price closer to that current price, so that you are able to get or to turn a market that is against you into a market that is profitable for you, right? And so it is very, very important, right, for us to note that and be able to take it very, very seriously as we are trading, so that we can keep profiting all the time, all right? Okay, thank you so much. So let us now start slow. If someone is new, all right? If someone is seeing this Royal Q for the very, very first time, is seeing Royal Q for the very, very first time, all right? And wants to profit from it, there are certain things this person needs to learn. Yes, it is true. We could say that you use a copy trader. At first, when we started the business, I would encourage so many people to use the copy trader. But to my understanding, what the copy trader could do for you, you can do for yourself and still keep trading and keep making profit. Okay. By the way, this either one short cycle, it's up to you. And you can take between 3% to 5%. It has the potential of producing those results. Okay. So how do you pick the coin? So let me start basically more logically. How do you pick the coin? Remember, like I said yesterday, the ability to profit is here. Yesterday I made today so far $5, yesterday $1, the other day 18, the other day 33, the other day 3, the other day 6, the other day 30, the other day 8, the other day 23, the other day 34, the other day 3, the other day 18. But there is a continuous process, all right? There is a continuous process. And the question could be, how do I decide that I should trade this coin, right? There could be several parameters, right, that you could use to decide which coin to trade. If maybe you are not using Nomics, you are not using Trading View, you are not using those other applications to help you pick a coin, there are so many parameters you could use as a person to pick a particular coin that you would love to trade. Okay. First and foremost, you may use the royal queue itself by looking at the coins. By looking at the coins that there's a small concern here. Let me just answer this leader, and so that we can move on comfortably without what is happening in my messages. I'm going to tell her I'm just on Zoom, but after. Okay, just a minute. Okay, just a minute as we we increase the numbers. So I'll start on how you can pick a coin from Royal Queue. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes. I hope it's better now. I come back. That is handled. I'm sorry. Actually, I don't want to handle concerns, but if it looks so urgent, I really want to handle. Right. Okay. Let me block some of these messages and we could start, right? Okay. Okay, the market is generally a little bit low, but this should not cause worry. Last year, like I shared the screenshot for today, if you look at the market last year, we were able to see the market flop down, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you look at all the years, the market has gone down. Last year, we experienced where you see, if those were there using the Royal Q application, you see we had one of the highest lows in 2021, where the market moved down up to 29,760. And this is where people experience a lot of floating loss. And during those times, if I think Leader Brian was around, we were not able to make profit from the market because we were generally suffering with too much floating loss. All the coins we were trading were bleeding like no tomorrow, right? And this really 110 affected our results. And like you see, you may just look at the market and find if they're not the launched coins, some of the coins that are doing well are just a few, right? Are just a few. And generally, you'd find that in times like now, when the market is really going down, many people all over the world, especially those using Royal Q, are basically dying in floating loss. And so unless you learn to set the margin calls in your favor, right? To set the margin calls in your favor, to set the margin calls with the capacity that if the market goes against you, you need to set your margin calls so that your robot can be able to buy the dip. I remember yesterday, I decided to trade AVAX, but I didn't set the margin calls because I was overexhausted with a lot of work. This really happens to me, especially in my trades, but I'm used. So I was exhausted with a lot of work. By the time I woke up in the morning, I was at a floating loss of -5. And I had to run in very, very fast, come into my settings and set my margin calls in the morning. And you see it only about once. So if I had set my margin calls when I had just set this, I would not be suffering from this floating loss that I have right now. Okay, so let us go back to basic. How do you pick the coins, right? Okay, one of the best priorities right now, because right now you have two choices from scratch. You can decide to buy coins that are at the bottom. And by the way, if you want to get out of these coins very, very fast and take off little profit, you can take as low as 1.1. But I see this GMT is on fire. Okay, let me first check this coin for us. Let me see how this coin is really performing. It's one of the coins I don't 100% trust because it has a way it behaves. Okay, sometimes I feel like not trading it, but I see it is wow, it did very well. But I may not be too much excited. Its RSI is not good for me. But those who had traded it yesterday, I hope they could be, they made some good money. If I look at it, even in 1 hour, really, for me now, can't trade this coin. Yeah, it has confirmations for trade, but it has overgone over 1, 2, 3. This is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. It has really done extremely So me, I can't trade it, right? But let me continue. Okay, I see it's really doing very, very well. All right. So how do you pick the coins? You can decide to pick one at the bottom, maybe Luna, maybe TFU. All these coins are KSM, Ion, Matic. I don't want to trade SLP, Shiba, Quantum, all these that are in negative, right? Because they're all in negative, and you want to take a little percentage. If you fear profit, but if you fear profit, the best profit you can take is usually 1.1%. This is one that will never disappoint you, especially if you set your margin calls very, very well, right? That will never disappoint you. Or you can come on general still and pick the coin at the bottom, right? The one with has more negativity, maybe XMR, right? Trade it with margin calls and basically and purely, yeah, as it tries to go up, it will give you profit. That's one way you can pick a coin. Okay, that's one way. You buy a coin that is in negative. That is one way at the bottom. Pick it up and trade it. Or you can come here, right? You can come here. I'm saying if you don't have any knowledge, right? You can come here and pick a coin with less negative, right? Less negative, okay? Less negative, right? But before you pick this coin that you want to pick that has less negative, right? Less negative, right? Maybe it has 0.0 or maybe it has 0.7 or 0.9 like here, Doge, all these coins here. Before you pick this coin, you want to look at its change in percentage. Okay, if you want to use that method, because I know so many people will use it, you want to look at the change in percentage. And you need to take off some time. People use that formula to pick coins. You need to look at some time, whether is it changing, going more to negativity or picking up to positivity. But that's what I believe. Any coin you pick, make sure you set margin calls to prepare for you when the market goes against you, to be able for you to bounce back in the market. The other formula you can use to select a particular coin you want to trade is to use either the hot coins, for example. I came here and I used this formula to pick my inch, okay? Usually you can pick, let me say XRP. I usually love the coins that have less percentage strategy ratio, all right? I usually want to pick these ones at the bottom. For example, let me look at how Inch is performing the market. You don't have any experience with how to use, let me look at XRP. Yeah, it's here in negative 3.7978 around there. So I entered this coin at this trade, and I set my margin calls. Like you see, I set my margin calls, and I'll take off some profit from this trade, right? I don't want to overtrade. Okay, the other formula you can use to pick a coin is to come on the 24-hour volume. And here, you want to look at these coins that are having more volume. Okay, that are having more volume. And you want to take, by the way, you want to take little profit, okay? You don't want to take huge profit. And basically, me, I always look at the top 5. I always look at the top 5 where people are investing in more money. Where people are investing in more money. Now, this is extra dose. You can still, if you don't use this formula, you can still go to your Google Play Store and download an application known as Nomics, right? Nomics. And when you download Nomics, come and look at these coins down here. These coins that are here. Those that are into Royal Q. Then when you meet a coin that is in Royal Q, for example, I'm just going to pick one here. You meet a coin that is already trading in Royal Q. I'm gonna pick one here, no worries. This is solar token. I think it's on the Solana. Okay, all right. I'm gonna pick one, I believe, right? Okay, just a minute. I'm gonna pick one. Okay, so you pick a coin, and this coin is already in royal queue, all right? Okay, I'll go to the second column. This coin is already in royal queue. For example, BAT, right? I've seen BAT here. If I'm right, I've seen comp is here. You just tap here, you see here there is a star on it here, right? There are different formulas you can use, all right? So it is there. Then it is already appearing on your watch list. So when you tap on watch list, at around 3 a.m. Ugandan time, which is 2 a.m. South African time, they will update the top gainers, the coins that will do well in the day, all right? The coins that will do well in the day. And they will give you the top 10. And so you don't need to join this now because it was updated at my time. So if it was updated my time, someone who picked it, algo, this coin from its time of update at 3 a.m. my time, it has done 3.52%. So 3 a.m. my time is 2 a.m. South African time. If I'm right, I don't know, but that is the time. Okay. So what you do, if you are interested, you can set up an alarm, wake up at that time, come and pick one of these coins and be able to set it into your margin calls. It will basically and purely serve you very, very well. So, okay, the other formula you can use, maybe, let's get back here. You want to look at the 24-hour volume coins. Let us start with TRX. Maybe you want to trade TRX and you want to look at how is TRX predicted to perform in the market. Remember, we are into the bearish market. And if you don't have good capital, you might have your little capital holded into the market. All right. So you come here and look at the prediction. And the prediction, the red curve here that we see, that graph is the real price of the market, right? And the dotted line here is the prediction of the market. Wow, TRX seems to be one of the amazing trades. I need to join in again. This was 7th of May. Yesterday, the market went high and we really made some good profit. Today on 8th on May, they are still saying the market will still go high. And here it will be a little bit flat, still on 8th. On 9th, the market, which is tomorrow, the market will go down a little bit. And still on 10th, the market will start going high, flat again, go high. Okay, this is up to 11th. Then on 11th, still the market will go down. This is just a prediction. It may not move with the current price of the market, right? It may not move with the current price of the market because the current price of the market is around here. And you see this prediction is for today. Okay, for today, if we are going to move with this curve, we find that the prediction of the market is just that the market will be around here. So, but generally, no matter how you enter the market, the prediction was saying today, the market will still go high, all right? Today is 8th, I think I'm right. The market at around 7th, Okay, this was 7. This was from midnight. The market will still go high. This was midnight my time, right? Oh no, midtime. So it is 1 a.m. East Africa Standard Time. Okay, if I move with the curve down here, you see, this is 3 a.m. my time. And really the market did that, and those who traded this particular coin really made some profit. This is still 3 a.m. and tomorrow the market, this is tonight still. Okay, still here the market will go down, and on 9th May, okay, the market will be down a little bit, but you still look at, if you look at this curve from here, no matter the market direction, this shows you that the market will generally go up. So it means that even if you are patient and you are trading TRX, right? You are patient and are still trading TRX, you still have some downfalls, upwards downfalls, even up to Tuesday. It still go high up to because Monday will be 9th, 11th Tuesday. Monday 9th, Tuesday will be 10th, 11th will be Wednesday, 12th, up to Thursday. TRX has the potential to still provide a lot of profit to you. So those that are still trading TRX, you can still trade TRX using the margin calls. And when TRX will go down, the market, your robot will buy by a certain percentage, bring back into the market, still continue with that. The market goes down, still the robot buys more, you get back in the market until Thursday, you can still be making good profit from this particular coin called TRX. And that's why no wonder Royal Q is still providing TRX as a coin that is leading with too much volume. Why is TRX? The question could be to you, why is TRX still leading the volume? Let me show you, if you are trying to follow a little bit. Okay, a little bit. Why is TRX really gaining more power? Look, TRX has developed a Terra ecosystem, and as all over all these companies really have been able to invest a lot of money. And I think they came up with, if I don't get confused, and they came up with they are coming up with a stable coin. I think it's the USD, it's the UST. They're coming up with the UST. And because of that, it's really doing very, 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 very good. Okay, very, very, very good. And I think it is this. Yeah, so I believe TRX will really still keep high up to Thursday. So you can still trade that coin on margin calls, and you can still be able to make some significant profit. So if you want to trade such a coin that now you have more confidence about, for example, you'll come and look for the coin. So the coin is TRX. Look, it is in negative, right? It's already negative, and you want to join this trade. Now what you do, you tap on start, right? Immediately, depending on your first buying amount, mine is 10, but depending on yours that you want to use. And you see, general, I've just entered this trade. It's really doing very, very well in the market. And like I've said, up to Thursday, this coin has the potential to really keep giving you profit. Now, since it has the potential, right, ladies and gentlemen, to keep giving you a lot of profit, what you need to do is to learn how to set the margin calls that if TRX will go against you, you still have the power to bounce back. You know, the use of Royal Q application is to turn a market that is against you into a market that is profitable for you. And that can only be done, ladies and gentlemen, I want to emphasize, by setting what we call margin calls. So how do you set these margin calls? You set them depending on your capital. So if I have $200, I'll place $100. Why people need to trade this coin, all right? People need to trade this coin. It will still give a lot of profit. Let me just post it somewhere. Just a minute. I know people ask me, let's trade TRX. Current price. Dollar cost. Averaging is a must. Okay, all right. Let me post it somewhere again, just a little bit. Now, people don't understand this language, they'll get lost, but I will have nothing to do. So ask me, take profit. Take profit's up to you. Okay. Let me post it somewhere, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, all right, just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I hope right. I hope let me just post in the billionaires. Just I hope that could be the one of the groups. Let me post here. Forward it again. Done. That's enough. Let me post it here. You are saying I increase my volume. I can't speak much. Sometimes I overtalk and I lose my voice. Okay, all right. Okay, now let us get back to scratch. Now, let me share my screen. I'm a little bit slow to deliver the message. Now, when this TRX will go against me, like it may do, if I've used the dollar cost averaging method, like AVAX may do, it can decide to go against me. But I've set my margin call, all right? I've set my margin call so that when it goes against me, my robot buys more, right? My robot buys more, and it helps to turn a market that is against me to a market that is profitable for me. And as people will be complaining about the market, you'll not have issues with the market. You never, for you, have issues. You'll only be suffering with profit. Yes, it is true. I might be making little profit, but I'll be consistent with my profit. So now what do? Come on your margin calls. That is the magic. You can do 4, you can do 5, you can do 7. you can do 10. If you're already in floating loss, you need to open more margin calls and invest in more money. Or you will wait until the market will bounce back. And so I'll come on my 5 margin calls. By the way, they even have been in here. In TRX, this is $50. They've been in here. I had set them the other time. $50 to help me when the market goes against me. And the question could be, what do I use to determine? There's no parameters. I say when the market falls down by 2%, when the market goes a little low by 5%, when the market goes higher low by 10%, when the market goes extreme low by 15%, when the market goes extreme low by 20%. If you're already floating on this coin, just go and open sub sales. You can still make money. Come and change your strategy mode to the sub-mid mode real-time settlement. After I've done that, if you are floating on this coin, after I've done that, go and increase the margin call configuration. Someone has asking me that, come here. If it has already bought 5, then come here and put 10 or make it 15. There will be more. Then you create the margin call configuration for this so that it buys more. And then you come down here on the distributed take profit allocation for these 15 margin calls and put in how much percentage do you want to take if the market bounces on the 5th position when it has bought, on the 6th position when it has bought, on the 7th position, and you can be able to take what you call sub sales, right? But now I'll keep on 5. I'm gonna just increase some money on this particular coin. I need to go and look at my capital very well. And that's how you trade. That's how you trade. I want now to go into your questions. You never have floating loss. Your money will be intact. And as long as you learn how to set your margin calls. If someone is new, I don't understand the language I'm speaking, let me get back to some simple basics. Come on, mine. Make sure your profession edition is on. Make sure the profession edition is on. And come here on my strategy setting. Set your strategy that you want to use, either with margin calls or with just one shot, and edit the margin calls on a particular coin. Me, I feel it's better for me to edit margin calls on a particular coin than to set the margin calls to all the coins to be the same, right? And so what does this mean? The risk type. You can choose being conservative, meaning the margins will be preservative, right? Switching the risk type, we change the default. You know, you can decide to use the default settings. These are default settings. Now, this is being conservative. These are default, steady. When I tap on steady, when you come and look at the margin calls, they change. Royal Q has default settings, radical, they change. Some very aggressive, some not aggressive. But you want to write in your own. You want to fill in your own so that they don't finish your money. And you want to use the cycle one shot. Then you tap one shot. You want your robot to buy. Then when the market rises, it sells and you get out of that trade. Then you give it a name. You want to use one shot or a cycle. Then how much money do you have? This is where everything starts. This is where everything starts. You have $200. say I have 100 that I will use. Basically, me, I use one shot. I say 100. Then I will distribute my 100 to help me when the market goes against me. I'll make sure I don't switch on open double position because it will double my first buying amount. Then the margin call limit, the number of times I want my bot to buy. The whole position take profit ratio. This means when the market rises by 1.3, then when should your robot sell? When the market falls down by 0.3. Then it means I'll make 1%. So what will I do? All right. I'm sorry, I don't want to pick calls, but that's my upline. I wanted to know what she was saying. Please explain if the robot has executed all the margin calls said, and the market is still in the dip. How do I add additional margin calls to reduce? Okay, if you had 15, you go and write 20. That's all you do. If you had 15, you add on 5. You just go and add on more margin calls, right? But as you add on the margin calls, look at also your capital. The magic of the business is focusing on your capital. Don't expose much of your capital. That's why I say if the market falls by 10%, the robot buys once of my what? Of the $10 as my first buying amount. $10 as my first buying amount. So you must be using the dollar cost averaging method. I hope this I've explained. So I take 3%, and now when I leave it 0.3, it means I'll take 2.7. So I may leave it at 0. It means the market hits 3%, the robot sells. Then I come on the margin call configuration. This is the gist. It's up to you to say if the market falls by 3%, the robot buys one time of what? Of your first buying amount. Then you say, okay, this market is really going down. Let me prepare for the biggest uncertainty. You go to 5, and here I want your robot to buy 2 times. This is what we call the margin call configuration. Then you say the market goes down by 10%. My robot buy 3. The more you put in more money to buy, the more the average price moves closer to the current price, and you can get out of that trade in profit. So I'll focus on increasing my margin calls, all right? And this that is here is the, this that is here is the dollar cost averaging method. This enabling your robot to buy more when the market keeps on going down. So I usually love the multiples of 5. Depends on my capital. I rarely have I seen the market go down by 30%. Then I save this. And I will use this. I save it, I keep it. I just use it on any coin I want to trade. I hope that is clear. Me, I've already set mine. And like you see, it is true, people might be saying floating loss is killing us, but for you, you have less floating loss, but this is manageable floating loss. Manageable floating loss. Manageable. Let's now get into your questions. If you have a question, raise up your hand. You have a question, raise up your hand so that I can take you from scratch. And you make money. You know, Royal Q is not a return on investment. It is okay. All right, so let us go to questions. Okay, Kakembo. Okay, co-host is ask, sir. How do I make profit location for the sub warehouse? Right. Okay, sub warehouse. Okay. Tap on sub warehouse distribution, take profit. Okay, you have made 5 margin calls, all right? For example, okay, I come here and I tap on trade settings, all right? And you know, from the first call to the 4th call, they are all in the whole warehouse mode. Their takeoff profit is the same. But when it comes to the 5th call, up to the 100th call, we can make each independent. And so we have here where we call the distributed take profit allocation from the 5th call to the 100th call. And I can say on the 5th call, I need 2%, and I confirm. When I confirm that, I also put in the sub position take profit callback like it was here. And I say when the market rises by 2% and it falls down, let me say by 0.1, my robot should sell. Then I will need to come here on the strategy mode. Please don't put it in the sub-mid mode. Put it in the sub-mid mode real-time settlement. That's where you press it. So that's where you press it. I will remain in the whole warehouse mode here because that's not my take. I hope it's okay with you, my brother from Steven. Steve, it's okay. I hope now. Wow, good. All right. Yes, Kakembo.
Bro, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, bro?
Bro, me, I just downloaded the app yesterday, so everything is new to me. I don't know where to start from.
Who introduced you to the business, my brother?
Peter.
Peter from Masaka, eh?
Peter is called son of Peter.
Peter is from Masaka, eh?
I don't know, but he's in UAE.
He's in UAE.
Yeah.
Okay, has he helped you to activate your account?
We are going to work on it by next week. We are going to activate it.
Oh, wow. My brother, nothing can make sense unless you activate your account.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, but when you have activated, me, I'm here to help you, all right?
Okay, bro.
Yeah, what I want to give you confidence is that these things are doable. 1, 2, you can learn them, right? And as long as you are able to set your robot You can either use a copy trader, but I advise you to set your robot. You can always make some good profit. For example, today so far I've made $5, all right?
Yes.
Yesterday I made 1.7. That day I made $8. So I just want to show you that it is possible you can make money from the business. As long as you learn what to do. So it is not a return on investment. The amount of profit you make depends on the market, how the market has really been able to perform, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you
So
make the money.
how can I get your number so that I can text you personally?
But you haven't started the business. It would make sense if you have already started the business, because if you start the business, it would be okay. Because having my number now when you have not started will not make sense. But when you start the business and you get my number, then it will make sense, right?
Okay, bro.
So immediately you get the business, get back the person who introduced you, he'll give you my number after you have started the business.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, when you activate, then we are good to go.
All right, then.
All right. Okay. So, Royal Q is the only zero scam opportunity where we have the power to control our money, and we can take as much as profit we can, even when the market is down. So go and learn how to configure your margin calls, ladies and gentlemen, and be able to take profit when the market is against you. Thank you so much this morning. Those that would love to trade TRX, it will still do well up to Thursday this week. Please go trade it using the dollar cost averaging method, and let us make some good profit out of it, and let us make money together. I came in a bit late, but please more light on what determines on how to set the profit ratio callback. It's your grid. The determination is your grid, my brother. How greedy are you? Okay. It's your grid. For example, let me look at some key parameters. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. These two coins that I'm trading, TRX and Inch. TRX is at negative 3.3%. Now the question will be, why would I take little profit? Because this coin will move from negative to positive, all right? Now I've read about it when it is low. So it means I will say, okay, I will take not less than 3% from this coin. I will not take less than 3%. Yes, it will move from the negative change percentage to the positive change percentage, and I will be able to make some significant profit, all right? For example, okay, if I come and I buy a coin at the bottom on this quantitative, for example, I decide to be patient with the market, I myself, and I come down here and I pick Canva, for example, it's at -7. Why do I take less than 5% from this? Why? Never. I come here on professional, I'm using percentage change to trade, for example. Down here, there is Luna. And I will remain patient on this trade. Why do I take less than 5% from this trade? It can even give me 10%, but I'll remain patient. But now that the market is down, instead of me picking coins that are at the bottom, I'll change my strategy, come here and look at the volume. For example, I'm trading AVAX, and I'm also trading Inch, and I'm also trading TRX, right? I picked TRX from here. I picked AVAX from here. I didn't pick Algo and GTM because I saw they're already high at the bottom, so I bought this that already in negative. I decided to pick Inch because it was appearing at the bottom, the second bottom of the hot coins in the market. I could also pick XRP at the bottom of the hot coins. When I'm trading the hot coins, I usually buy those that are at the bottom. When I'm trading the 20-hour volume, I pick coins that appear in the top 5. Okay, for example, if I keep trading and my AVAX sells, and then I come back and take here on the 24-hour volume, I find that Ethereum is in number 5. I now buy Ethereum. I can still now trade BTC because it's the same BTC at 34,000. It's still the same BTC at $40,000. And then why should I take little profit? I don't have been able to answer you, my brother. I buy low, then I need to take some significant profit. So the callback has no, the callback still comes back to you. For example, let's look at this. Wow, I love my inch. And some of you are looking at these trades. I didn't give inch. Already TRX is doing 1%. But, you know, I invested in here $10. You know, I invested in here $10. And you see, it is doing 1%. Wow. Let me share with you guys. I will not share that, you know, I don't share the other one, but people can still trade it. It will do well. Okay, let me share in the groups, because the reason why people really are not taking the business seriously is because they don't know what to do. And they think everybody is in tears because they don't know what to do. You know, lack of information can really keep someone blind, all right? Wow, my leader, thanks for joining. Okay, so let's make some money. I wish you all the best. I hope everybody is okay now. I hope everybody is okay. And you are really making some money. Let's trade inch. Okay, I hope I need to stop here. I wish you all the best. God bless you. Let's go and make money.